Welcome to Leesburg Today's Daily Update for February 8th. I'm Samantha Bartram. Supervisors' work on the fiscal year 2012 budget will begin with a tax rate of $1.32, according to the $1.6 billion budget proposed Monday by County Administrator Tim Hemstreet. While the county side of the budget could be funded with a $1.30 rate, the additional 2 cents will cover the entirety of Superintendent Edgar Hattrick's proposed budget for Loudoun County Public Schools. Included in the budget are salary adjustments for county employees appearing for the first time in 3 years. Hattrick is also proposing a 3% increase for school employees. Hemstreet said county staff has spent too long trying to provide more services with the same resources.
The expectation to be more efficient and to address a greater workload without additional resources continues throughout the proposed FY 2012 budget. Given our organizational achievements, however, I feel it is important to include a limited salary adjustment for our employees. We have budgeted an enhancement that will provide a 3% wage adjustment for VRS Plan 1 employees who presently do not contribute to VRS. For the small number of employees in VRS Plan 2 who are paying 5% towards their salary towards retirement, I have proposed no wage increase. However, I recommend that we pick up the 5% employee contribution. This proposal would provide consistency in how we treat and compensate all of our employees. The wage increase I'm recommending would be the first such increase in 3 years and is in line with the likely proposals of our neighboring jurisdictions in our region.
Also included in the county budget is funding for the opening of the Western Loudoun Sheriff's Substation and the Gum Spring Library, 2 projects that have been priorities of their respective departments for years. On the schools side, the school board voted last night to adopt Hattrick's budget as is. However, a procedural error during the meeting means several issues will be reopened tonight during the board's regularly scheduled meeting. Several motions to cut the budget, including one offered by Sterling District Board member J. Warren Guerin to cut the budget by $16 million, were met with tie votes of 4-4-1, with Sugarland Run board member Joseph Guzman absent. The motions were intended to demonstrate the level of cuts that would be required to keep the current tax rate of $1.30. Those include higher copays for school workers and lower cost of living increases. The proposal also included cutting funds for technology upgrades and even a plan to convert 4 small western schools to charter schools. Chairman John Stevens said the motions showed what could be on the table if supervisors press for a lower tax rate.
Well, I think that the key to the debate tonight about those major items that it would take in order to reduce the school funding to the $1.30 tax rate that some supervisors are suggesting was important. It shows what the impact of that tax rate would be. And I think it's an impact that the parents and students of Loudoun County aren't willing to accept, to be cutting employee benefits, to be cutting employee salaries at a time when those improvements in salaries and benefits are long overdue, is something that we would be forced to do in order to meet that $1.30 budget. That's the key to the debate tonight. The school board chose to fight it out, to ask for the full funding of the superintendent's request, and we're going to go forward and do that now.
At the time of last night's votes, Stevens declared the motions defeated, a standard practice for most public bodies. However, a section of the Virginia Code requires any vote ending in a tie when all members are not present to be forwarded to the board's next meeting for consideration. As such, the board will reopen several issues during its meeting tonight, set to begin at 6:30 p.m. at the School Administration Building in Ashburn. The Leesburg Town Council has made its redistricting priorities known. Keep the town in one magisterial district. Council members briefly discussed redistricting plans Monday night during their bi-monthly work session. The council is expected to send a letter to the Board of Supervisors asking that Leesburg be contained in one election district and that town precincts contain only town voters. A council majority said these were priorities to avoid confusion during Leesburg's municipal elections. The town's legislative agenda also asked that Leesburg be contained within one state Senate and House of Delegates district. Finally, young musicians in the area are invited to audition for the International Youth Orchestra's Summer 2011 season. From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, February 26th, musicians between the ages of 10 and 17 may try out for a spot in the prestigious orchestral group by appointment only. Available positions include principal or section chairs in violin, viola, cello, string bass, flute, and a host of other instruments, with scholarships granted to principal chairs. Audition requirements include playing a 2/3 octave scale as well as one medium to advanced piece and sight reading. The International Youth Orchestra's 7th season will run June 29th through July 4th, gathering more than 100 young musicians from some 15 countries to form a symphonic ensemble. The event is organized by the Youth Music Preservation and Promotion Association in cooperation with Little Mozart Academy. For further information, or to volunteer as a host family for visiting international musicians, or to register for an audition, send an email or call 703-628-2589. For more on these and other stories around our community, visit us online at leesburgtoday.com.